Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be a makeup look on this look right here. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's kind of my take on a bronzy, sultry, winter glam makeup look. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. Give this video a like, thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's just jump right into it. Hey guys, so for today's look, I'm taking a shade from the Morphe 35F palette. This is row 5, shade 3 across, and I'm just taking a large fluffy brush to really build this in throughout my crease. This is our first transition shade. I'm being quite heavy-handed with it and really blending it up towards my brow bone. Then to make sure I've got no harsh lines, I'm taking the shade from the Morphe 35F palette. It's row 5, shade 1 across, and I'm just lightly blending out the edges to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Next up, I'm going to be taking the shade Chickadee from Makeup Geek. I just wanted a little bit more orange, like warmth into the look, so I really focus this right into the crease, and I just use that same brush from earlier to build that color up throughout the crease. Then I'm taking a shade from the Morphe 35O palette. This is row 4, shade 7 across, and I'm just taking my blending brush that I used earlier to really build this shadow up into my crease, but also really focusing it on the outers and the inner corners of my eye. This is going to act as our first shade to really build up our halo eye look. And then I'm going to be taking the shade, well, this is not shade, this is a NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade French Fries, and I'm just going to be placing this on our lid, on the inner and outer corners of the lid, to act as a base for our next shade that we're going to use later on. So I'm just going to lightly blend out the edges of that base until I'm happy with it, and then I'm going to be going over the top with a Morphe 35F row 2, shade 6 across, and I'm just really packing that over that base. The base really makes this eyeshadow pop and just gives something for it to adhere to, really. I love this shade. It is so stunning. And then for our kind of halo look center spotlight color, I'm taking the shade from the Morphe 35F palette. This is row 2, shade 3 across. I'm just taking my ring finger and packing that onto the central portion of my lid. And then because I wanted a little bit more of a brightening effect, I took the shade from the Morphe 35F palette. This is row 1, shade 5 across, and just popped that right over the top. Then I just took a really small blending brush and just a little bit more of that Morphe shade that we used earlier to deepen up the crease, just to blend out the corners to make sure there's no harsh lines. And then I blend out the edges a little bit further with that initial shade that we placed down at the beginning. So I'm just using that same blending brush we used earlier just to make sure that there's no harsh lines. Next guys, we're moving on to our face. I'm taking my Rimmel Lasting Finish Primer, applying that all over my face, and then for foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Superstay foundation and my CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation, just applying a mixture of those two onto the back of my hand and then dotting all over my face and blending it in with my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. Then for concealer, I'm taking my Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer and just concealing in all the usual places, blending it out with a nice dome brush from, I think this is from Real Techniques as well, and then patting everything in using my Real Techniques Miracle Sponge again. Then to make sure we're all set and none of this is going anywhere, I'm using the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder. Guys, if you're tossing up between getting this and the Laura Mercier one, get the Laura Mercier one. It's way better, especially if you have oily skin. This one really doesn't control my oils very well. Sometimes it can even cling to my under eyes and really lighten up the concealer under there and makes it look really cakey. So I'm basically just using it up until I can justify repurchasing my Laura Mercier one. So just a heads up. Then we're going to move on to our lower lash line, which I'm just using a combination of all those transition shades that we used in our upper lid, if that makes sense. So that first shade that we use, and then also our deepening up shade that we use to kind of map out our halo look. And then we're going to be taking the shade that we use on our inner and outer corners, just on a flat definer brush on the outer third of our lower lash line. Then I'm using that first shade that we use for our kind of spotlight middle shade, and then topping it off with that shade that we used over the top of that one. Then for our lower waterline and also our tight line, I'm taking this Revlon Colourstay eyeliner. This is in the shade Topaz. Then I'm going to spritz my face with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and for highlight, I'm firstly taking my Benefit What's Up highlighter, and I'm just dabbing that all over my kind of cheekbone areas where I want to be highlighted. Then I'm taking a mixture of these two shades from the Anastasia, Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerriero Glow Kit, and I'm just highlighting my face using those ones, so also my inner corners and my brow bone as well. Then for bronzer, I'm taking my Hourglass bronzer. This is an ambient lighting bronzer and it is absolutely stunning. I forgot how much I absolutely love this bronzer. It's beautiful. It has a slight little sheen to it, but it just makes you look really healthy and like Victoria's Secret like. Then we're going to be applying a little bit of contour, just these two shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just lightly contouring under my cheekbones, around the tops of my head and under my jawline as well. Applying a quick coat of mascaras, any mascara will do, and then we're going to be applying some false lashes. Guys, I love these lashes. They are absolutely stunning. They are from Socialize and they are the style Vixen. They are my favorite. Next up, guys, we're going to move on to the lips, and I am so extra. You definitely do not need all of these lip items to create this lip look, but I have them, so I'm taking the tightest lip paint in the shade Choker, and I'm just beginning to line the outer portions of my lips. This is going to begin to act as a little bit of an ombre look to my lips, if you like. So applying this again just to the outer portions or outer perimeter of my lips, blotting my lips together, and then applying a little bit of this Lip Lingerie NYX liquid lipstick, which is in Bedtime Flirt, and I'm just applying that to the center portion of my lips. Then I'm just going into the middle section with a little bit of lace detail right in the center, and then because I'm so over the matte looks to my lips, they just like make my lips look so terrible, I'm just applying some gloss. It's just a pink gloss. It doesn't have a color name on it, but any kind of light pink gloss that you have will work perfectly. And because I completely forgot about blush, I'm taking Amaretto from the Jaclyn Hill and Becca collab face palette and applying a little bit of that all over my cheeks. So guys, that is the finished look. I love how it turned out. It's super bronzy, but like bronzy in a winter sultry way, which I absolutely love. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.